Welcome to India Talks, a program about the Indian newsmakers in Indonesia. This program is brought to you by Q Channel, the channel for decision makers, and IndoIndians.com, a portal serving the Indian community in Indonesia. I am Poonam Sagar, your host, and we'll be talking to Indians in Indonesia who've been successful, who stand out in a crowd and are an inspiration to all of us. Today we have with us Rajesh Menon, Creative Director at DDB Advis, Indonesia. Hello Rajesh, how are you doing?
Good, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm fine, and welcome to our show.
Thank you.
It's nice that you took time out to come here from your busy schedule. I believe you're a workaholic.
No, actually I'm a creative director, which means that basically I think up ideas. Now the point is you don't need to be sitting in an office thinking up ideas, right? So while I'm here I'm working because my mind is constantly ticking.
Are you saying that we don't think?
Well, I'm not too sure about the rest of you mortals, but possibly.
So what does a creative director do apart from thinking?
A creative director normally thinks about how best to get out of work. No, I'm kidding. Okay. See, it's like this. What happens is that when a client comes to us with a, and says, okay, we need a piece of communication done, then we make out a strategy, we sit down, we formulate a strategy, and then it's the creative department's role to translate that strategy into an ad. And as a creative director, what I do is basically guide my team. We talk about ideas, we try and focus and see how best we can communicate that strategy to the consumer in a way that really stands out from the rest of the competition.
So you give the concept?
Not exactly. What I do is I try and modify or help a concept along, because I think concepts come from the creative team, and as a creative director it's my role to push it further, to make sure that it works perfectly. So that's what I do.
So give us an example of your work that is your signature style, so to speak.
Well, there are a couple of ads on TV right now which have been created by DDB Advis. One of them is for a product called Neurobion. Now this is actually for a vitamin B complex, and basically the benefit of this product is that it helps you get into shape, helps you keep going.
Fine.
And the difference between this and every other similar product in the market is that this is made specifically for a single purpose. So the ad that we've done communicates that, says that it's exactly the right dosage for exactly the right effect.
Let's have a look at that ad. Tell us, you came to Indonesia on a 2-week holiday.
Right, I did.
And when was this?
This was back in '95, pre-crisis.
In '95, you came on a 2-week holiday.
Yeah, I did.
And that holiday extends all the way 10 years now.
10 years now, yeah, absolutely. I came in here because I was in between jobs in India. I had a couple of job offers. I just quit my previous job. I was wondering what to do. I had a cousin here who was working with a trading firm, and he said, hey, come to Indonesia, it's a great place, you've never been here, so come check it out. So I said, all right, and I came here. The first week I had a really good time. Indonesians are such extremely friendly people, right? And it's such a beautiful country, so I traveled around a bit, looked at lots of places and so on. And the second week I was like, hey, looks like it's a good place to be. Maybe I should start looking for a job. So I opened up the Yellow Pages, listed out all the agencies that were there.
Oh, you actually found your job through the Yellow Pages?
Pretty much, yeah. So I was just cold calling people and saying, look, I'm from India, I'm in advertising, looking for an opening here. What do you think? Can I meet you? Can I show you a bit of my work? And I did that for a bit, and then I got a few interviews, came in, and eventually got a job.
Wow. Would you say that is the best way to find a job in Indonesia?
I'm not too sure whether there is a best way to find a job. I've had friends, people I know coming into Indonesia from India, from other parts of the world, looking for a job, and sometimes they make it, sometimes they don't. I think it's a sort of supply and demand thing, and I think it's a hell of a lot to do with luck, just being in the right place at the right time.
So in '95, in Indonesia, you thought you were at the right place at the right time, which is why you're such a success now in 2005?
Honestly speaking, Indonesia was a bit of an experiment for me. I was 25, right? I had no ties, no wide.
Welcome to India Talks, and today we have with us Rajesh Menon from DDB Advis, and he's the creative director there.
Yes.
When we first learnt about you, you were described to us as the hottest, the best, the top advertising person in Indonesia.
Is this from somebody who wanted a job?
No. I think we read it from your resume. And we said, oh wow, this guy talks only in superlatives, and that's why we were very curious and we wanted to talk to you more.
Right.
So tell us, what did you always want to be in advertising? What is it that you did that has resulted in your being the best here now in Indonesia?
Well, first of all, I need to say that I don't think that I'm the best. I think what my resume said is that some of the work that I'd done had won Best of the Best or Best of Print at the Chitra Parivara Awards and so on. So let me make it clear. I don't think that I'm the best. Not yet.
No, we were talking about how did you always want to be in advertising?
Okay. Did I always want to be in advertising? Not really. Actually, I started off as a teacher. Yeah, I was teaching creative thinking, learning techniques for children between the ages of about 6 and 12 or 13 or so.
That's really interesting. What did you teach them? Was this all over India, or was this only in a certain part of India?
Well, I was working for this organization that had branches all over India. It was called Erewhon, which is the word nowhere spelled backwards.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and what we do is go into schools and run a 13-week course where we would come in and teach students in different classes about different things to do with creativity, to do with learning skills, how to learn better, so on and so forth.
How long did you do this coaching, the coaching for children, lateral thinking? I
was there with this organization for approximately about 9 months or so. Yeah.
Do you think that has in a lot of ways influenced the way you do your ads now?
Yeah, I think one of the things I learned from doing that was that you need to be able to think outside the box. And lots of people talk about thinking outside the box and so on, but there are specific sort of exercises and stuff that you can do to to push your thinking, to really think different from what everybody else is doing. And yeah, that definitely has helped me, I think.
If you weren't into advertising with your background, and you have also been a DJ at some time, you've also been in theatre, then you went into lateral thinking and you taught students. If you weren't in advertising now, where do you think you would be? If there was any other career that you could do?
Well, I actually started off wanting to be a veterinary doctor.
Okay.
So, yeah, because I'm really fond of animals and so I'd always wanted to work with animals. Then I realized that you had to be really good at physics, chemistry and biology. You need to have a really good science background to get...
Biology, obviously.
Yeah. So then, that's when I realized that, I might have the aspiration, but I don't really have the talent or the aptitude, because my chemistry was really bad. I mean, I sort of got through school by that much. Biology, I liked zoology. I didn't like botany so much, and physics was okay. Logic thinking was good.
Talking about animals, I believe you have a lot of animals at home. You have, two of all. You have dogs, you have cats and birds and fish. So is that because you wanted to be a vet?